Welcome back to Condo Living series number 19. I told you before that we were going to be doing series number 19 in the plunge pool mechanical room. I lied. Well, what was the problem? I forgot that we still had to do the filters in the makeup air that we did in 18. So we had to cover that this time, and we'll be going and doing the latter part of series number 19. We will be covering the plunge pool, but we're not going to cover it all. We'll have to go to 20 and finish it off in there. So we're going to start out doing filter changes up where we were before in the by the makeup air on the roof. Then we're going to come back down, and then we'll get started in the plunge pool mechanical room. So thank you for coming along with us. Hope you enjoy series number 19. This is Holger. There's a hole up here on the 21st floor, or just a little above it, I guess. And he's going up to change the filters that we have out here. And that is on our
makeup air.
Makeup air. Yeah. Okay, super. And so I'll pass him up these filters once he's up there. This is a two-person job because you have to have somebody passing the filters up and getting them out through that little hatch there and still holding on to the ladder so you don't fall. So how many filters are we getting up there, Holger?
Six every time, yeah. And we're back to our normal filters from charcoal filters.
Okay.
So we had charcoal filters when the fires were on to take the smell out of the building, and now we're back to our regular filters for the remainder. Hopefully there's no more fires.
Super. Okay, we'll meet you up there. Holger is using the MERV 8 filters, one of the best filters that there is, and most popular filters, and so we can be happy that we're getting great filtration. 1151 Sunset owners should be very happy with the quality of their air. Okay, this is our makeup air. Holger is just opening it up, and he's going to be turning it off.
I'm turning the fans off.
Yeah, okay, and I'll show you the switch. I'll just sneak in a little bit. Right there, that's the switch.
Yeah, here's our filter access door.
Okay, so that's the door to open so we can get into the filters for makeup air. There's the filters that keep the air clean for your units.
And here.
And we're just pulling them out and sliding in.
And that's a clean one.
There. Okay, and there. Oh yeah, good. There's a clean one, and there's the one that's not so clean. The not so clean one is coming out. Another not so clean one coming out. Okay, you'll notice here, Holger, our building manager, is pointing to a little arrow there, and that's the direction of the airflow. Okay, and after I said that, I'll show you where the air is coming in, right there at the front. So that would help you to see which way the air is flowing. You'll hear me coughing here, and that's the dust that's coming from the filter. So we want to make sure our building manager also has a mask. There are a number of filters that we work with, and there's a lot of fine particles there. So we'll be doing this 6 times, so you don't want to bore you, so we'll shut her down here. Or I should say Holger will be doing this 6 times. Now if you look in through behind the screen, the vents are open. The building manager has got our filters all in, nice and clean. The air coming into your hallway should be really great. And because it's December, probably the heat will be on. We don't have global warming that much here. And you'll be getting warmer air for your hallways. That coughing you heard a while ago was an indication of poor preventative maintenance when it comes to our own human health. And when you've got a building manager that has a number of years experience with your building, he's of no value if he's going to be in the hospital because of breathing issues. Preventative maintenance includes your building manager as well. We will get a proper respirator, and also looking forward to getting a set of stairs with handrails where we can go up and down and be safe. The way it's working now, that's certainly not good preventative maintenance. It seems right now that a 30-year plan, a depreciation report, is where you're going to put money away and get 3% off it but it'll cost you about 4.5%. It will get it eat up by inflation. It may be a PM system, but it's not preventative maintenance. It's more like post-mortem. We have a volunteer system where we look after the recycling. Now we'll do a program on recycling later on. I just wanted to show you where we get some of our dollars that we cover the real true preventative maintenance. We average about $100 a week on our recycling, and that would work out to about $5,000 a year. Covers that are run by a control will help to, and a motor will cover our pool when there's nobody in there. This is going to save us quite a lot of money when it's cold, especially in the winter time, when we are able to keep a cover on the pool when nobody's there, so that we can save a lot of money so that we don't have so much heat loss. It's very simple, just a passcode and push a button for open or for close, and the pool is ready for use. It's very handy. I noticed that the community also is very conscious as regards to preserving energy, and that is, if, depending on the number of people in the pool, that will be how open the pool becomes. So yes, we're conscious about our environment. We're conscious also about saving energy as well. For us, preventative maintenance is not just about the mechanical things in our unit, but also to the people. That would include the building manager and all the residents that are living in there. This is one of the areas you got to stay focused and not let your phone distract you, because you got to turn the switch back on.
But when it's cold, it's obvious that it goes to gassy, and when it's warm, it runs on Condo.
Okay, very good. Thanks to Kirchhoff Construction, we'd have to say our makeup air has caused us little to no problems. Just a matter of changing the filters. It's worked well. Thanks. Now over on the other side, this is our chillers over here.
And the chillers were shut down on October the 15th.
That's great. Great information. At the same time, the chillers are filled with glycol so that there's no freezing because they're on the outside of the building. Then on April the 15th, their chillers are turned on again, and they're put filled with water because of the thermal efficiency of water is much better than glycol. With the intent of having good preventative maintenance, we'll be looking at ways that we may be able to stop having to switch back from water to glycol, and the loss of glycol in this particular operation and the cost of it. If there's other buildings out there, strata high-rises, that have chillers on the roof and have to do a switch between water and glycol, but found a way to deal with that so that it could stay with glycol year-round, well, we'd love to hear from you. So just send us a notice and give us a heads up. Appreciate that. Holger, if you want to tell me on that switch to do the reset, go ahead.
If for some reason the fan shuts down, you turn this off, leave it for 15 minutes, and turn it on again. There is no reset valve here.
Okay.
No reset switch.
That will do the purpose of the reset. Super. Okay.
And
now if you look in through behind the screen, the vents are open. Because the makeup air system, the switch is turned back on. You will hear the fan running, and probably at this time of the year you'll also having the air somewhat heated. Now I'm not sure what's the difference between, what's the gap between the heating and the cooling, but
I think it's 4 or 5 degrees difference.
Okay, very good.
It affects the shoulder season the most, but when it's cold, it's obvious that it goes to gassy, and when it's warm, it runs on Condo.
Okay, very good. This is why the building manager can't get distracted with calls sometimes, because it's important to get it turned back on again. There's a number of functions where there's a sequence of things that have to happen, so you can't distract him. We got to keep him on focus. When we finished the series on the plunge pool, I said the next series would be on the mechanical room for the plunge pool. But now we'll be going down first to the boiler room where we're going to get the hot water we need. That will go to the heat exchanger and also the controls in the boiler room that will be controlling the heat to the heat exchanger as well. Well, we're at the boiler room right now. I'm just going to show you some things here. This is where we're going to be getting our hot water. That's going to be providing heat to our heat exchanger, which will be giving us the heat, and that will be for doing the plunge pool. And how we'll get that, I just want to get you some controls here. The controls are in the boiler room, and I just wanted to show you this here, because we got it hooked on the other side of the wall to a well sensor. The well sensor on the other side, and you'll see the gray wire that's up, that's going in over here, and I just want to show you that. And that's the one that will be going over there to the well sensor. That's an important one for us. I'll just close the door here. And these are the two lines that are going in, go to our heat exchanger. That's the one on the top, and you'll see it go through the wall. It'll be on the other side. I'm just going to go down through some of the controls and the piping here now, and you will see down on the bottom, there's the one that goes to the bottom of the heat exchanger on the other side. So we're going to pick up here. We'll come back into the boiler room sometime later on, and we'll be doing at least one series here on the boiler room as well. The boiler room controls all our de-ice that we are doing out around on the outside, on our ramp and on our driveway and around our pools and so forth, as well as all the heating that we're doing for our parkade. Well, it's a little bit noisy in here, a little echoey, but we are in the plunge pool mechanical room. I called it the plunge pool room, but it's the plunge pool mechanical room, and that is the supply line that is coming in and going to the heat exchanger, and I will show you what the pressure and the temperature is. I'll give you a different angle shot so you can see where it comes through the wall. Where that is coming in, and we'll come down a little bit through the heat exchanger, and as it is a completed circuit, it's going to be going back out as well. Then back through the wall into the boiler room where the water comes from, a completed circuit. Heated water that we have from the heat exchanger, you'll see it going through here, and there is our well sensor. We've had some problems with that from time to time. It corrodes and it allows water to come pouring out through here, and this has happened on a number of places, and on those sensor wells we're going to try to find out if we can get a better quality sensor well that doesn't crack and break and deteriorate like the one that we have here. They will be different sensor wells, but they'll all perform the same function. It will be good to get something that lasts a little longer than ours. Now, there's two principles about concrete. Now, they may be made by myself, but I've heard other people say the same thing. And that is, there are two rules about concrete. Any concrete that's poured, a cement slab, it's going to be guaranteed that it will crack. The second thing that I also would like to say is that when these drains are put in concrete, when they're poured, it seems like the drains are always on the high side. Should be on the low side, so it'll drain out. What is happening in this particular area, when we have a leak like we showed you, we got over here on a couple occasions, over here on the well sensor, the water comes out of there, but it does not drain down into where it should be draining over here. Actually, what it does is it comes out and it drains out the door. I'll just open the door here and you'll see what it does. It drains out here and it drains into where everybody has their storage lockers, and then that makes us responsible for damages that we do here. So we're going to be doing some work and doing some grinding and fixing of our mechanical room in the pool room, so that the water will actually drain to where it should be draining, and that is the actual drain. Well, we got to the plunge pool mechanical room, and next series, series 20, we'll be covering a lot more in the mechanical room for the plunge room. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining us on series 19. Look forward to seeing you on 20. We've got a lot of preventative maintenance work to cover in the boiler and the plunge pool mechanical room. We'll see you there.